Hi, welcome to North Bay, Ontario. North Bay is a small city in northern Ontario with a population of 52,000 people. It's surrounded by lots of beautiful natural landscapes, including Lake Nipissing, Trout Lake, and many other smaller lakes. There's a lot of nice hiking trails and just beautiful scenery all the time. But unfortunately, North Bay doesn't have the biggest literary presence, so hopefully this project will help with that. Hi everyone, my name is Leanne, and I grew up in North Bay, Ontario for pretty much my whole life up until I turned 18 and I moved away for university. I am now currently an English MA student at McMaster University, and I have to do a project in the public humanities. So sorry for this choppy clip inserted, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what public humanities is, because I didn't know what it was before taking this course. So essentially, what happens in the humanities is that we're often seen as not being super valuable because we don't offer anything tangible. So a lot of universities have made it an effort to increase their public engagement and work with the public on projects and things. This is like the Wikipedia definition, which I think sums it up pretty well without being too confusing. It says that the most public humanities projects include exhibitions and programming related to historic preservation, oral history, archives, material culture, public art, cultural heritage, and cultural policy. So that can be a lot of things. It's pretty open. Yeah, but it's essentially just kind of the idea is to bring humanities out of academic settings and into the public, which is sometimes hard to do. So hopefully that helps you guys kind of understand what this project is based off of, what my goals are, which I will mention in this video. But yeah, hopefully this definition kind of helps give some context. Anyway, I will let you proceed with my video now. And this channel is the project that I've decided to work with. I will mention very quickly that I'm a little bit nervous in front of the camera, and I apologize that it's getting dark already. I filmed this a couple times and it didn't go super well, so bear with me. So yeah, my project in the public humanities, my main interest was the idea of local literature, and specifically in smaller towns and cities in Ontario, because when I think of my hometown, North Bay, there really isn't a whole lot of writers from there, at least not popular mainstream ones, with the exception of Giles Blunt because of the Cardinal series that had the TV show and everything. Because other than that, I feel like I couldn't, if someone tried to ask me to name a single author from North Bay, I wouldn't know anyone else. But that being said, I know there are writers there. They just are smaller. They're either self-published or they haven't tried to publish yet, and maybe they don't want to publish, but there are writers there, and I wanted to see what people from North Bay were writing about. So with my project, I really wanted to showcase local authors, which wasn't limited to published, self-published authors, but also hobby writers, or amateur writers, just anyone who writes. It doesn't matter if it's the most perfect piece of literature or if it's just something someone does for fun. I just wanted to see what people wanted to write about. And by looking at these people's writings, and making videos about them, I was hoping that it would be able to validate, promote, and kind of encourage people to write and to share their writing, because I think that there is merit in all types of writing. So by looking at what the regular average, or maybe the published authors of North Bay, we kind of get an idea for what the literary landscape of North Bay is. And what I mean by literary landscape is really just, what do people from North Bay want to write about, and what are they writing about? And maybe what might that mean about the city? So my project is essentially going to be a series of mini lectures on submissions of North Bay writers that I've received. And I kind of hope that by doing this, I will also be making academia or academic learning more accessible, both in terms of being able to access the content through like a medium that anyone can get to, such as YouTube. You guys are here now. And I hope it can also be more accessible and reach a wider audience, just because sometimes academic learning or academic topics, I guess, can be a little bit dense, and if you haven't studied that particular subject, it can be difficult to follow. So I hope by making more casual type videos, more people will be able to follow along and get to engage with these texts in a more academic way, but in a way that's still fun and like casual. So hopefully we can achieve that. So in addition to making academia or academic learning more accessible, I hope that by looking at small town authors and non-published authors, we can kind of challenge what counts as literature worthy of being studied, especially in an academic setting, because usually, we're in a post-secondary setting, we're looking at the classics, we're looking at really like critically acclaimed works. We very rarely work with like the niche, the unpublished, the raw local writing of people. But I think by looking at this type of writing, we may actually learn a lot about the city and kind of get a feel for the vibe, what people are interested in, and like what this is about North Bay. I know I'm repeating myself a bit, but it's really, I can't say a specific thing because every work will do something different. But essentially, I just hope that we can challenge what can be incorporated into Canadian literature. And on that note, I really would like to also include Francophone literature, if possible. If there are any Franco-Ontarian writers out there, send me your writing. I would love to include it because I think because the Franco-Ontarian accent is very anglicized, it's very slang, at least in Northern Ontario, I think it can fit into English Canadian lit. And I think it'd be really interesting to look at, and I think our way of writing would be very specific. So, si vous êtes franco-ontarien de North Bay, j'aimerais vraiment lire qu'est-ce que vous avez écrit, so please send it my way. I would love to read it. So, anyway, I hope to see you guys soon in my next couple of videos, and I will apologize again for being really nervous and the darkness, because I'm filming this for the third time. But for now, thank you for tuning in, and thank you again to everyone who submitted works. I really appreciate it. I was really worried about finding local writers, but a lot of people reached out, and I feel bad that I won't be able to get to all of them in a timely manner. Hopefully I will, and hopefully this project will continue beyond this course. Stay tuned for more videos, my mini lectures, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you learn a little bit more about North Bay's literary landscape. We will see. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry I'm very awkward, but see you soon.